Hello and welcome to my final reflective blog for EdTech 533. What were the most important things that I learned in this semester? One of the most important things that I learned was using YouTube as a means of content creation and as a delivery platform for instruction. And I learned this through creating and organizing a channel specifically for an educational focus. And of course, I can do the same for any other interest, whether personal or professional. That is creating a channel which makes it easy to manipulate content or to retrieve and store content appropriate to my needs. The second thing that was very important to me was developing my video editing techniques. I learned these primarily using Adobe Premiere Elements 11, but I also learned a few more techniques in Screencast-O-Matic as well. And among the techniques that I valued were learning how to apply special effects such as green screen, mixing audio and narration a little bit more effectively, and also paying attention to the properties of clips and projects for compatibility. Has my opinion of YouTube in education changed or remained the same? I think substantially it has remained the same, with certain ideas that I had being reinforced. And one of these that I've seen, a pro that I've seen particularly being reinforced, is the possibilities for creating materials specific to the needs of my students. I've seen how this audiovisual media can have a greater impact than on more conventional ways of teaching. Likewise, the cons also remain with me. I was concerned about the length of time to search for content, and this course has strongly brought home to me the time factor, whether it is searching for content or creating my own materials. I am also increasingly frustrated by the technical and policy limitations about using YouTube in my current teaching situation. YouTube is blocked as a policy decision, and we also have issues with bandwidth. And as I am learning more ways that I could deploy YouTube to enrich my teaching experience, my frustration really has grown. How was my teaching or my thoughts about teaching impacted by what I learned and experienced this semester? Beyond just an extension of classroom activities, I am now clearer how I can build a complete lesson with a range of activities across the domains using YouTube. I was guilty of underutilizing or underestimating its capacity as an instructional delivery platform. Originally, I think I looked at teaching with video more as a demonstration of audiovisual content, but I recognize it can also be used to deliver some more abstract concepts. I remember, this is not surprising when you think about my own experiences as a student, because I remember having great difficulty understanding some abstract concepts in some poetry that I was doing, but having an interpretation presented through dance and narration, it really made a big difference, and I think I could do the same thing for my students. Although I've done a storyboard before, YouTube for Educators reinforced its importance. I spoke about the time factor, but if I am going to invest in creating my own videos, then it is imperative that I do that kind of planning to end up with a robust end product that could perhaps serve a variety of needs of my classroom, or other people's classrooms as well. And a storyboard also makes it simpler to recreate or adjust a similar project at another time in the future. How did I use project skills and ideas from this course in my teaching and training? I think I can use it to allow students to form opinions, come to conclusions, and to develop effective domain objectives. For example, empathy. And this can come from seeing the images being presented rather than the message being overtly spoken to them. So after they watch an image, I can explore their feelings on an issue, and I can have them express their ideas. And I think I might be able to do it more effectively than more or less hammering home the message that I would want them to develop. I have used the middle passage remix video as an introductory activity in my class. From the response of the students, it was very impactful. And I intend to have them create stories of their own in other segments of the class so that history becomes our story, which is an objective that I have in teaching history. I want them to recognize it is not just about reading about the past, but understanding how real people felt and acted and reacted so that they may more effectively process the desired content. I will definitely be using channels to curate relevant materials so that they're more easily found. So as I search through YouTube and I come across something interesting, I can upload it to the appropriate channel. I also intend to use playlist lessons because I see they have great potential for flipping a lesson. At this stage, I'm not ready to flip an entire class, but I can use it to flip specific lessons. And in that regard, it also provides potential to differentiate learning for my students, because with a playlist, I can have specific students focus on searching videos and follow and complete certain tasks, whilst another set of students can have their focus elsewhere as they go through the lesson. All of these projects demonstrate the AECT standards. I'm applying the older AECT standards because those are the ones I've been using at my time at Boise State University. The projects that I want to highlight are my playlist lesson, the remix video, the interactive video with storyboard, and the special effects project Seascapes. For Standard 3.4 Policies and Regulations, in my remix video, I applied copyright guidelines since all media had to be legally usable, even allowing for changes to be made. And this required that I conduct a careful examination of terms of use and licenses. Standard 2.1 Print Technologies was met by the storyboard of my interactive video, Elements of Nationhood. This document contains static visual images of project clips, the branching diagram, and textual descriptions. Therefore, it is a foundation for the development of the interactive video. It was created as a Word document and converted to PDF, which can be downloaded and printed by users. Standard 4.3 Delivery System Management. Creating a video playlist lesson allows me to plan, monitor, and control how my learners get instructional materials. Instead of just giving a list of individual links on a specific topic, I put the videos together in a playlist, and so the user is less likely to stray from the desired group of videos. Further, I added lesson plans mapped to cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains. And as the lesson plans contained instructional activities with outcomes I could measure, this presented a much more focused way of delivering my video enhanced lesson utilizing a number of features in YouTube. All of the projects that I mentioned met other standards as well. The Remix Interactive, Special Effects, and Playlist lesson all demonstrate message design because I had to plan what images, narration, audio, video, and text I would use to communicate my content effectively. For example, in the remix, I tried to line up music with images and text to convey the horror of overcrowded middle passage boats. And in my Seascapes video, all the footage that I took had to relate specifically to the content that I wanted to convey. These videos also satisfy Standard 2 development, all of the subdomains of Standard 2 development as well. Because Standard 2 focuses on audiovisual, computer-based, and integrated technology to create instructional materials. They also met Standard 3.1, which is media utilization. I used still images, video, audio, computer-based applications such as Adobe Premiere Elements 11, Screencast-O-Matic, GreenShot, and PowerPoint. The media were acquired via digital searches of web-based databases, using a digital camera and a camcorder. So all the images in the special effects video were mine, and some in the interactive and remix video projects were mine as well, whilst all in the playlist lesson were from searching YouTube databases. I had to decide which technologies to use and how to integrate them to produce engaging materials to meet my lesson objectives. I enjoyed this course tremendously. I believe it has added the basics of valuable skills in my repertoire as an educational technologist. Thank you for watching my final blog as I reflect on what I have learned in EdTech 533. Bye for now.